Hello, and welcome to RV Advisors All Things RV Podcast. I am your host, Kathy Conrad. I've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for 5 years, and I love helping new RVers realize their RV dreams. This podcast is about RV education, resources, adventures, and the amazing people who love RVing. It is also about discovering the freedom RVers experience, the connection with nature we are all so grateful for, and how RVing enriches our lives. On this podcast, you can expect us to talk about all things RV, including the good stuff, the challenging stuff, and everything in between. So, join us weekly and enjoy the lineup of guests we have in store for you. Hey friend, are you ready to get this RV party started and accelerate your RV learning experience? Click the link below to obtain details and pricing on my 8-week one-on-one program. And get ready to receive special deep discounted pricing for podcast listeners if you purchase by May 15th. I can't wait to work with you and join you on your exciting journey to freedom and independence on the road. Hello, RV friends. Are you interested in RV travel, but you have absolutely no knowledge or experience around RVing? Are you unsure how to get from where you are today to hitting the road in an RV? Are you excited by the prospect of RV life, but paralyzed by all the choices out there? I feel you, friend, and I'm so excited you're here today. Let's get you started on the first steps in the right direction to realizing your RV dream. I'm going to give you 3 valuable tips to help get you pointed in the right direction and help you squash that overwhelm you might be feeling. So, tip number 1 is to make a commitment to yourself to delay purchasing an RV until you have acquired sufficient knowledge to make an educated choice that will be the right choice for you. Buying an RV is a huge investment, so take your time and enjoy the process. Don't be in a rush to buy or make an impulsive decision you may regret, which is a common mistake. This process of educating yourself can take months. If it is only on special today, walk away. If you're on a lot or you're at an RV show and you're just in the process of learning, don't be swayed or tempted or pushed into buying something on the spot. It's a bad idea. So, with that commitment in mind, and hold that tight, because the next step is tip number 2 is to familiarize yourself with what's available out there, because there's really a lot. So you'll want to learn the many options that you have in the way of the types of RVs, the sizes, the floor plans, and amenities, as well as whether you want to buy new or used. That's another consideration. I would suggest doing some research online as a place to start, but seeing them in person is even more important. RV shows that feature multiple dealerships and manufacturers give you the most bang for your buck, that's an excellent way to get a feel for what's out there. And the best part is they are a lot of fun. And even though I'm not in the market for buying a new RV right now, happy with the one that we have, I still love going to RV shows. They're a lot of fun. And also realize that some quote-unquote RV shows are actually a single dealership with only the brands that they carry. So they're fine to go to, but just realize you see a whole lot more when you go to one of the big RV shows, and you can locate those online. So it's fine to attend the smaller ones, but just know you won't be seeing the volume or variety of RVs at a small single dealership show that you would see at one of the larger RV shows. Tip number 3 is to gain some clarity on the reality of RVing. You know, it's not for everybody, but you know, it's a great way to see the country. And it's not all glamorous, let me tell you, and it's not always easy either. But like I said, it's an amazing way to see the US. Taking your home away from home with you for your travels means sleeping in your own bed every night. It also means there are no more public restrooms on the road, because guess what? Your bathroom's right behind you. It also makes traveling with your pets easy, and then you don't have to leave them behind. If you have tent camps, you'll have an idea of some of the aspects of RVing, like being in the outdoors, campfires, adventures, but with all the comforts of home. So, you know, if you've tent camped and you've gone from sleeping on a thermarest to sleeping on an air mattress, the next logical step is to sleep in your own bed. Whether you have tent camped or not, it might not be a bad idea to do an RVing test run or two by renting an RV for a trip. Or you could stay in an RV on someone's property through Airbnb. We did that. And even some campgrounds that we went to, a campground that actually had a little pop-up tent or a little pop-up trailer on a site. So we were going to rent a pop-up and pull it to the campground, which was a few hours away, but they already had one there, which was great. So we just stayed in that. And some companies will actually deliver a travel trailer to where you want to camp and set it up and everything for you at the campground. So I would recommend that you just go onto Google and Google RV rental options, and all kinds of things pop up there. You know, from RV Share to Outwander to Outdoorsy, Cruise America, which is a place you can rent motorized RVs. Yeah, there's quite a few here. So just Google it and check it out and see what might work for you. And also realize that if you do rent, it's good to keep in mind that there's a significant learning curve in RVing. So if it seems rather difficult, you know, during that time you're renting an RV, just realize that it gets easier with time once you've mastered all the steps to setting up and taking down an RV. In addition, you know, that if you have a list, your setup list and your takedown list of what to do and in what order to do them to get you through those processes. So I hope that this kind of gives you a start to determining what's a good way to get started, and to give you a little bit of direction and a plan so that it doesn't feel quite so overwhelming. And it really is a fun and exciting time when you're looking for an RV. I just caution you about getting pressured by a salesperson to buy on the spot, especially if you haven't really quite finished your researching and educating yourself phase of that. And, you got to be honest with yourself. And of course, there's the factor of you don't know what you don't know. So I really encourage you to take your time. There's, always a good deal coming down the road at some point. And also, you have the option of buying used or new at a dealership or from an individual. If you're going to buy, either way, even new RVs, check out my podcasts 5 and 6 with the inspector that did our inspection when we bought our gently used outdoors RV. It is a ton of great information. If you're new, it talks about inspections, it talks about the buying process, it talks about, it's 2 long podcasts of excellent information. So take a listen to those and take some notes, and that will also help you in the process. Having your rig inspected will keep you from buying someone else's problem, or if you're buying brand new, and trust me, there's still issues with brand new RVs. It's a good idea to get them inspected, and Patrick in those podcasts discusses in detail this whole process. So please do take a listen. And I would encourage you to just really take your time and enjoy that process. Make lists of things that are must-haves for you, things that you'd like to have but are willing to compromise on, and things that you definitely don't want. And that helps guide you through that process as well. But before you make that big investment, number 1, make a commitment to delay purchasing an RV until you have acquired sufficient knowledge to make an educated choice. That will be the right choice for you. Tip number 2, familiarize yourself what is available out there. And tip number 3, gain some clarity on the reality of RVing. The good, the bad, and the ugly, because it all exists. My husband and I tent camped for years and, did that whole starting with the thermarest, graduate to the air mattress, and then looking around at the travel trailers thinking, I wonder if that's an easier way and more comfortable way to camp. It is much more comfortable. Is it easier than tent camping? I'm not so sure. There's still lots of setup and takedown. I guess the good thing is if you have everything already stocked in there and just have to throw in your clothes and some food, it is pretty easy. But it's fun either way, and RVing is a lot of fun. And the hidden gem in RVing is the community, the people that you meet. There's some amazing people out there, and I would say as a general rule, RV people are super friendly, very helpful, and really fun to get to know. So good luck on your hunt for an RV, and enjoy it, and I hope to see you one day on the road. Thank you so much for tuning in today to RV Advisors All Things RV Podcast. Please join us again next week for more RV education, resources, adventures, and interesting people. Until then, wishing you amazing adventures, safe travels, and I hope to see you on the road.